Welcome to Civil Engineering Licensure Examination Reviewer for practical questions on hydraulics part 3. Problem number 1. If a body floats freely and be given a small rotational displacement so that the quantity of the displaced liquid remains unaltered, then the point, if there be any, in which the vertical line through the new center of buoyancy meets the lines joining the center of gravity G of the body to the original center of buoyancy B is called the metacenter M. As per this statement, the equilibrium is stable if A. Metacenter is below center of gravity. B. Metacenter is above center of gravity. C. Metacenter is at center of gravity. D. Metacenter and center of gravity are coplanar. The correct answer is letter B. Metacenter is above center of gravity. Problem number 2. A right circular cylinder open at top is filled with liquid of specific gravity 1.6 and rotated about its vertical axis at such a speed that half the liquid spills out. The pressure at the center of bottom will be A. 0. B. R4 of its value when cylinder was full. C. 1/2 of the value when the cylinder was full. D. The same as before the cylinder was rotated. The correct answer is letter A. 0. Problem number 3. If a water tank, partially filled with water, is being carried on a truck, moving with a constant horizontal acceleration, the level of liquid will A. Rise and fall alternately on the front side of the tank. B. Fall on the rear side of the tank. C. Remain on the same on both sides of the tank. D. Rise on the rear side and fall on the front side of the tank. The correct answer is letter D. Rise on the rear side and fall on the front side of the tank. Problem number 4. As the depth of immersion of a vertical plane surface increases, the location of center of pressure A. Comes closer to the center of gravity of the area. B. Moves apart from the center of gravity of the area. C. Ultimately coincides with the center of gravity of the area. D. Remains unaffected. The correct answer is letter A. Comes closer to the center of gravity of the area. Problem number 5. If, for a fluid in motion, pressure at a point is same in all directions, then the fluid is A. A real fluid. B. A Newtonian fluid. C. An ideal fluid. D. A non-Newtonian fluid. The correct answer is letter B. A Newtonian fluid. Problem number 6. The Prandtl mixing length for turbulent flow through pipes is A. Independent of shear stress. B. A universal constant. C. 0 at the pipe wall. D. Independent of radial distance from pipe axis. The correct answer is letter A. Independent of shear stress. Problem number 7. Flow at critical depth takes place in an open channel when A. For a given specific energy, discharge is maximum. B. For a given discharge, specific energy is maximum. C. Discharge is maximum for a given specific force. D. Discharge is maximum for a given specific energy. The correct answer is letter B. For a given discharge, specific energy is maximum. Problem number 8. On an immersed body in a flowing fluid, the lift force A. Due to buoyant force. B. Always in the opposite direction to gravity. C. Due to wake phenomena. D. The dynamic fluid force component normal to approach velocity. The correct answer is letter A. Due to buoyant force. Problem number 9. The point at which the resultant pressure on an immersed surface acts is known as A. Center of gravity. B. Center of depth. C. Center of pressure. D. Center of immersed surface. The correct answer is letter C. Center of pressure. Problem number 10. When a body is placed over a liquid, it will sink if A. Gravitational force is equal to the up thrust of the liquid. B. Gravitational force is less than the upward thrust of the liquid. C. Gravitational force is more than upward thrust of the liquid. D. None of the above. The correct answer is letter C. Gravitational force is more than upward thrust of the liquid. Problem number 11. The center of gravity of the volume of the liquid displaced is called A. Center of pressure, B. Center of buoyancy, C. Metacenter, D. None of the above. The correct answer is letter B. Center of buoyancy. Problem number 12. Buoyant force is A. The resultant force on a body due to the fluid surrounding it, B. The resultant force acting on a floating body, C. The force necessary to maintain equilibrium of a submerged body, D. A non-vertical force on symmetrical bodies. The correct answer is letter B. The resultant force acting on a floating body. Problem number 13. The buoyancy depends upon A. Pressure with which the liquid is displaced, B. Weight of the liquid displaced, C. Viscosity of the liquid, D. Compressibility of the liquid. The correct answer is letter B. Weight of the liquid displaced. Problem number 14. When a body, floating in a liquid, is given a small angular displacement, it starts oscillating about a point known as A. Center of pressure, B. Center of gravity, C. Center of buoyancy, D. Metacenter. The correct answer is letter D. Metacenter. Problem number 15. The metacentric height is the distance between the A. Center of gravity of the floating body and the center of buoyancy, B. Center of gravity of the floating body and the metacenter, C. Metacenter and center of buoyancy, D. Original center of buoyancy and new center of buoyancy. The correct answer is letter B. Center of gravity of the floating body and the metacenter.